From the moment the arena lights dimmed and the opening chords of the theme music echoed through the rafters, the air was thick with anticipation and raw energy, a silent hum of expectancy signaling that this was not another match. It was a crossroad, a collision born of shared history, fierce rivalry, and unspoken destiny. At one corner, AQA, a two-time Diamonds Division champion whose high-velocity aerial style, emotional resilience, and unflagging commitment to excellence had established her as the face of the division. And at the opposite end stood Alex Gracia, a challenger forged through hardship, resurrected from agony by a career-threatening injury, and molded into a different warrior by an intense, humbling tour of Japan, where she discovered the hardness, precision, and philosophy of strong style. Their conflict was not merely physical, it was existential, a test of wills as much as wrists and knees. As the bell rang, the tension coiled tight, each movement laden with meaning. Gracia struck first, surgically targeting AQA's vulnerable left knee, knowing that clipping her foundation would maybe prevent that breathtaking shooting star press that had sealed other legends' fates. Her offense was articulate, low, brutal kicks, sharp open-hand blows, grounded transitions, and pinpoint leg locks, each move telling a story of revenge, redemption, and resolve. For a prolonged stretch of the encounter, Gracia dictated the pace, steering the match into uncomfortable spaces for the champion. Submission holds transitioning into stiff suplexes and sudden counters that nearly secured a premature victory. But while Gracia was building her masterpiece, AQA, battered yet unbroken, tapped into her championship medal. She absorbed the punishment, weathered the storm, and when an opening finally emerged, she unleashed a counteroffensive of breathtaking vigor. A violent European uppercut broken loose, a flying forearm powered off the second rope, and a sling blade that echoed through the arena like a battle cry. The crowd, sensing the momentum swing, roared their approval. They applauded not just the moves, but the story being told in real time, an epic about heart, about fight, about legacy. The action spiked again when Gracia executed a jaw-dropping, crowd-gasping 619-style move from the apron, sending AQA crashing to the outside, painting for a moment as if the torch would pass. The fans leaned forward, breaths held, convinced they might witness a changing of the guard. Yet triumph for one turned to pride for both. AQA, summoning every fiber of championship DNA in her body, hobbled back to the ring, ascended the ropes despite the evident knee damage, and defied gravity and expectation by delivering a flawless shooting star press, the kind of moment that transcends wrestling and stands as myth. The referee's hand thundered the third count, and the bell rang out as fans erupted. AQA retained her gold, but the real victory was in the narrative. Both women walked away elevated. AQA, still champion, battered, bleeding, yet unbowed. Gracia, without the title but with a statement. She had earned the respect of every fan, every wrestler, and every doubter in the division. In her gaze, in the silent nod from AQA post-match, in the thunderous applause that didn't mellow for minutes, the message was clear. The Diamonds division was alive, evolving, and entering a new era of storytelling where grit, comeback, and high emotion mattered as much as high spots. And as the camera lingered on AQA's raised arm, on Gracia's clenched fists and burning eyes, on the emblems of championship intertwined with sweat and pain, it became undeniable that this wasn't merely an encounter, but a chapter etched into the annals of wrestling lore. A chapter that whispered of future wars, future champions, and the endless clash between resilience and ambition. The image of that championship belt shining under the spotlight, held aloft by someone who refused to be defined by injury or doubt, remains the final frame in a saga that will be recounted for years to come. Proof that the greatest stories are born in rings, not on paper, and that tonight, in one of the most unforgettable matches in Diamonds division history, two women prove that wrestling, at its core, is about confronting your own limits and breaking them.